the army coming round the corner. We man the barricades to reach on the fighter's hand. And I pray the wise man shows us hard from holy. Oh, we give the strength to find our destiny. Unbroken for days, with every chance to break me. Yeah, you came here to save me. To be unbroken again. I'm stronger than intended. I won't let them defeat. Unbroken. Feel your heartbeat, even when I'm so low. True courage beyond belief, fighting force we don't know. I pray the wise man shows us hard from holy. Oh, he gives the strength to find our destiny. Unbroken for days, with every chance to break me. Yeah, you came here to save me. To be unbroken, to be unbroken, to be
Good morning, or whatever whatever it is, wherever you are. I want to get back to tweaking the theme sometime. Well, mod game mode. And then there's also a project to get an updated Stepmania, so it seems to run. I still need to do some significant configuration. Main thing being the song libraries over here. So I have to figure out where all that stuff is and how to set it up. They recommend running in portable mode. I do not have my standard profile stuff. I have to remember where the heck that is. Yeah, I did not note that down. So we're probably looking at like one of these. No, it's not local. Not local low. Okay, so there's a 5 and a 5.1. And this one has been modified a lot more recently. That's that song's somewhere in here. That's been modified recently. But there might be some compatibility issues just you. But somewhere in these files, there's a place to set custom directory. No, not you. Doesn't seem like. Also, I also have to find scores. That doesn't seem like it. Or maybe that's maybe that's actually a Stepmania thing. What are we even running right now? Okay, that's 5.1. Straight up. No. No. Okay, I guess I have to look this up again. Hit chat. Preferences. Share one single song folder. And it doesn't even come up. No. What the heck do you search for? Unless it goes and save, actually. Interesting. Was I doing some manual saves back here? Maybe I was. Oh no, actually that was touched recently. I didn't see anything in preferences, but maybe it's a key you have to add. There's a profile set. No. Be fallback. That's some package I installed. Scene profile. Or is it like a top level file like this? No. That's actual coin stuff. These are CFG. Okay, that's something. It's like actual profile, so maybe like some of the stat stuff we'll need. No. Let's see that file before. No. Yeah, that's per theme. Two different spellings of it. Shoot. User data location. Portable mode. Preferences file. Additional song folders. Which preferences file are we using? Oh, additional folders. Okay. And then how about this one? Okay, so we're not actually using that one. Okay, so Neo, where in Outfox? We save. All right, so where's my other notes? All right, so oh, it must also be using its own. It's got this theme in it, or it's not using it at all. Well, that's weird, because that's not the Stepmania 5 songs. Okay, so it did not load that. Where's the console stuff? I've forgotten all the console stuff. Okay, well, that did something. Reload. What was debug mode? F3. Oh, that's right, you have to hold it. Some of these might also be holds. No. Hold it and one of them's like show log. So recent errors. Clear errors. Hmm. Oh, you can do volume adjustments. That's nice. They had a preferences file with additional song folders in it. It suggests that it's there. I forgot where the log files are. All right, does it look like they have left that? Oh. Did we not save? Or are they like, no, you can't update your preferences file, sorry. Oh, because I had it running. So it wrote the preferences file on close. There's the song loading. Of course, now the question is, I might have to copy their theme into that theme folder. I'm going to need that profile, but... oh, is it not a themes folder? Maybe there's only a themes folder if you have themes. Oh no, appearance themes. I wonder if that's going to be a problem. All right, so we loaded songs. The theme, I guess it merges that with the local stuff. All right. Profiles, which is was the thing I closed. And we decided Stepmania was roaming. What is the profiling? That user prefs? No. Local profiles. So that has one updated recently. This doesn't have that. Now, this could be edit courses. Well, there are none. Edits, none. Rivals, none. Screenshots, none. Casual stats. Don't care. And that's the name. And this is probably all the song scores that we would want for ranking. Appearance themes. We'll have to see if I can even load my themes there. Save. There just isn't even a local profiles. Well, if I made a profile, it wouldn't be 000, would it? All right. Profiles. Okay. If we do loading profiles. Oh, high score. Yeah, okay. So that seems to, yeah, there's various scores on things. Oh, right, because it auto changes difficulty once it runs into a limit there. Huh. I assume I played a different one of these. Yeah. I have found the preference that got my song supply. I found the stuff for my profiles, and those seem to be compatible so far. Then the other question is, does it load themes from the old theme directory? That display? Not displaying a resolution. User experience might be where that. Appearance? Yes, it does load them. I don't remember where to edit that if it's completely messed up. Also, this is where we need, what is it? Toggle show errors. Oop. Wasn't quite what I wanted. But... Okay. Nothing's totally, well, this isn't completely broken. That's completely broken. Ah. I remember this thing being in pain. Maybe it's 9. So it runs, the fonts seem to be sort of compatible. It's styled after the old theme. Okay, that's Outfox. Themes, Flow DJ. I also need to remember where the heck I was if I like left anything lying around here. I edited notes to add that. So that it hold this on a branch for now. Okay, so I can go back when I need to. All right, and then did I not set a directory? Oh, I was in work. I've forgotten all the structure of it. I think there's going to be like a main file. No, that's like the other files. Or is it actually BG animations? Yeah. But generally it's going to be there. Oh no, this is oh yeah. Some of the other scripts. Oh no, this is oh, I called into a script actor with something I didn't like. So this actually does require us to be Fox to figure out what the heck it wants. Now, one of the nice things before is I had, since it was all the themes were kind of in the same directory structure, I could go into default a bit easier. They put this under appearance. So is this default or fallback? It's fallback. Bad argument 2. Bad argument number 2. Bitmap text. Number has no integer representation. Well, maybe that was like a nan or something. Oh, self equals null, temporary equals no. Song list item. Maybe we don't have any items yet. We still tried to render. Set selections. No. Oh. Yeah, this might be a old one was swallowing errors kind of thing. But if we're saying set selections null, actually, which one specifically was this? 1728. Okay, so we're going through the selections. Of which there aren't, well, we're not displaying them yet. We actually probably haven't picked yet. Yeah, this might be where I tried to pick. All right. We've got screen man, system message. We've got trace, port script error, rec print table. Do we have system message, trace, port script error. Okay, let's look the main one I'm using. And we're generally trying to concat things. Oh yeah, it's been a while since I looked in Lua too, so that's like the size of these lists. $17.20. What the heck? Must be like a recently opened files. Found from my pair selection. This is the whole actor thing, so it might be kind of running asynchronously a little bit. So we've got Lua report script error. So we've got selections. It seemed like we had some nulls in there. And items. Reload overlay screens? Reload this. And then I have to do this every time. 8, 9, 9. Oh, is this from that print call? No, that's still set selection. The set text. Or is this the new stuff? Length of a nil value local items. Okay. This was indeed if items, so. And then we have to do, is it 9? Or 8? 9. Oh, you're still going right now. Until we do something. Oh, well, that did. Okay, selection 16, item 0. So there are no items yet. Oh, but they exist, but they have 0. They have 0 entries at this time. All right. Guess we're past the. Well, we are back in Lua. All right, so we have selections. Oh, I wonder if there's a timing change. Oh, this is to extend the length. But now we need to know how many do we actually get when we come back around here? And then we have to do, was it 9 again? Selection 0, items after 0. Selection 0, items after 18? Ah. Oh. I guess I was still able to pick something. Ah. That wasn't the exit I wanted. I guess skips on, maybe. So that is actually control active now. Oh no, selection 16, item 0, items after 18. For iCell, it doesn't like set selection. I forget how well we could print things. Right, can we do item? Let's see, do I have any other tricks for... stuff out? Rec print table to stir with a literal table. So we have item, and this might not work with compound. Oh no, item is items I. Let's turn debug. Oh, was it like double toggle it? Oh, okay. So, no, it's after the new run. It's selection 0. We haven't picked yet. And that's too much stuff. And killed this again. So it does, in fact, print out a lot of stuff for a certain thing. Okay, so X is number 0. Oh, index a nil value, global item. Oh, I started to convert this, and then went and did that. Okay, so that's the number, so it hasn't done anything yet. And reset it again. What is the other? Maybe that one will. Here. Okay, so current flow has a value. X is a 0. I is 1. Item is a table. It exists. But this is like set text null, 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 null. Yeah, that's item. I was looking at the wrong set selection. Select selections. This must be a problem with the debug reporter. Because it looks like we should be passing actual data to it. List item. What do we actually receive? All right. Item is going to be sell. You see this as n. I skipped on the flow. Current Boolean true. Well, this is where it's dying, and that should be the most recent. Okay, I don't have a number here. There's X, I. No? Nope. Well, that's a long start. Turned off errors again. This should have been the most recent load. We died trying to render the first line. Actor, set song list 212. We're not getting here. Wait. Song list item. I'm gonna search. What are you in? No, it's that function. Why aren't I seeing you? You have to complete that. Double toggle you to get you to show up. There's still an I there. It's C. Are we not even getting to the point where we print out our reloaded? Oh, well, so that's 0.75. That's the point of that. 0.75. We did not reload. I wonder if it's because it was like in a song item thing. It broke the process somehow. I can reload all overlay screens. Oh, nope. No, that also reloaded this. There are no recent errors. Which, if we're reloading this, there darn well should be. Yeah, so it's just completely busted now. Well, we can see if a game restart does it versus restart the program. It has gone off in La La Land and it did not come back. Wow, okay, that is busto busto. I probably need to look if there's like log files as well. Because the in-game one, yeah, it's weird. It's doing this, but I'm not getting my report script error here. Okay, we used to get some kind of output. Okay. I need to remember if there was another log file. Probably not going to be there, unless logs was okay, that was a theme thing. Profiles. This is roaming. Scripts. They all exist and are all 0. Is the thing where you have to exit to write to them? Oh, shoot. Theme. And a shutdown. Handle SDL event. On a screen with menu elements. Okay, so this is warning because it printed something. Main screen caution. Yes, there's log. There's info. Oh. Oh, might be more useful for my purposes. Although this seems like from the previous run, because I took this out. Oh, all these songs I removed. Well, maybe I removed them. Not sure. Maybe that's courses in the base game refers to the ones I didn't install. Anyway, what's the story with this? I took this code out. Maybe I reloaded with it out. Nope. Okay, yeah, it changed. And up. And the log's back. Okay. No, not send notes ended. You have to go over here and do this one. All right, well, we'll keep this around in case we need it. So if I can continue debugging now. Proximal cause, actor. Now that's the overlay set selection. Well, no, song list item 212. Well, actually, there's an XY. Now, is that like all of the local variables? We said flow was something that was kind of compound object defined before. Turn that back on. This doesn't happen until selection. And it turns it off again. Okay, so cell is a big compound object. Number, Boolean true, F0. Factors. A little bit too big of an object, unfortunately. But there's definitely something there. I need to get down into where are we here that it's so unhappy with. This is cell.effective score. Effective score is indeed a number. Probably don't need a... I wonder... Possible that that text changed format to then accept the 2-argument version? Uh... Okay, reload. Okay. Lost my space. Number has no integer representation. So this is much stricter type checking is what's going on. Okay. Bring to end. Print type. No, it's round floating point numbers to int. Really? Maybe that's the fancy rounding. Oh, it's what's that math? No. Math.sin, math.min. Maybe I just never had to deal with this before. Math.floor. Okay, so yeah, I was just being a little lazy there. And I guess that the rounding mode of that was sort of undefined in this case. Hey! That may have been about the only thing. Okay, so the color scheme was designed for the bright yellow. Well, I guess since I'm doing the brighter colors, I don't need the black as much. So it doesn't serve quite as well as a highlight. Okay, we go ahead and reload that. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. I mean, it wasn't designed against this, and it kind of has the old theme look, but I don't know if yeah, so like this used to be better down here. I haven't used the new theme enough to really know what fits and what doesn't, but it doesn't look as bad as Simply Love did, because the fonts were just tiny. Yeah, no. Okay, so I know Stepmania, Outfox, Moondance. I don't know SW. Or is that for the sound? Oh, that's the theme. Okay. Yeah, I guess my thing is I was trying to make a mod that could work on whatever theme you wanted to use. I could probably do some theme detection. I'd also have to just spend some time with the base theme to get a sense of. I guess some of this is actually coming from the base theme as far as like the top and bottom stripes and stuff. And then can we loop? That this one? Actually, probably this does about the same. Okay, so there is still a top bar. We might want to adjust some position. Oh yeah, we have new options. So, since I had to copy well, going forward, I would then have different scores. But we could try later. Average. Ah. Oh, escaping early on just exits. Yeah, it was one of the things I'm interested in because I've thought about doing my own speed mod because I haven't really been happy with any of them. Actually, I didn't even check out the base mode here. Oh, that doesn't work. Oh, it's okay. It's the integer representation again. How about pick? Okay, that does a floor. That does a floor. Low mid does not do. That's that floor. This one is a bit stricter about data types. So this is just like overall a good fix. Never had to care before. Oh, that is a type conversion effectively. Pause menu. Oh, I might have had. Wait, the in-game pause menu? Maybe I had to copy that to get the effect I wanted. Well, no, I'll have to see if I can find that. Because there are the whole mod idea did unfortunately require some hacks here and there. Like I just completely punted on the save system or the option system and kind of like implemented a software version of what looked like the upcoming version. Yeah. Wait, do you mean this thing or that was escape. Oh. Okay, so I just messed up my parentheses. No, other screen. Yeah. So yeah, I may have had to do something to support that, even though I'd launched it myself. Seems like I might have had to do that. Even though that's something or maybe I had to modify it to go back to my screen instead of something else. And the way that worked, I had to completely re-implement it from scratch, kinda. Because it wasn't a great menu. Yeah. I think I may remember dealing with that. Uh, where are we? I don't have that string. Uh, the interface? No. Appearance. Oh, sound waves default. I was looking for default. Oh, indeed. So I must have had to touch that. But I didn't put skip song in my theme, so maybe I was indirectly referencing the string for that somewhere? Where the heck was that? Ah, pause menu. Yeah. Voice actions. Restart song, forfeit song, skip song, end course. Yeah, I just had to copy paste this from something, I think. Because I didn't have a way to change what it did. And this is one of those things where I have to copy paste it from the other theme unless, well, I mean, if the other theme was slightly more moddable, but this was graphics. Did I have one for Fox? I have one for logs, yeah. No, you're not graphics. The animations graphics? No. Maybe it's because that would be no theme default graphics. Of course, I guess I don't know that it's necessarily implemented the same way. Yeah, so I have to go searching around to figure out what a pause menu is. Yeah, so unfortunately, this is the stuff that's hard with the themes that I've seen. Well, at least with the default theme. There's not a lot of ways to say, I really only care about the song selection part. And sometimes I have to hack into other stuff to get the menu flow I want. So I'd basically pretty much have to search in here. Fade out pause. Gameplay pause count. Get string pause menu. Graphics pause menu. Why am I blind? Oh, because it was, I guess I scrolled too fast. Okay, so these actually look derivative. How easy it will be to, well, I probably want to pull up a diff program. So yeah, I would love to have this just work without having to override it, but I don't know how to do that. Well, it's been at least a year since I looked at it. Okay. Yeah, so I would love to just be able to specify. I think it's probably just the jump. I guess what I really have to do is there's Outfox. Well, I started redoing my other thing and themes. Oh right, Beyond Compare is one of the things that does this theme. It'll be a text compare. So I guess our original is actually oh, maybe default is coming from the game. Yeah, fallback isn't here either. Well, yeah, but just as far as having that basic stuff there. And then we had to go up to our common data folder. So I abstracted that a little bit. That was metrics. I tried to do it proportional. I guess I tweaked a few things. Yeah. Yeah, so this is probably the key one that I couldn't do without doing that. This may have just been some cleanup to make it work with different base themes and stuff. See where menu choices came in either. Oh, maybe these get bound by name, so I was just like overriding that. Okay, so I changed continue, restart, forfeit. Okay, so I did also change to. This is almost a mod in and of itself to say what you want to do, like a custom user mod. And then this. Oh, no, this is exit. Okay, so the actual thing. So exit is the actual thing. I had to override. So I changed the options available and provided one that would reset my stage count. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to do, and I would love to be able to do that in a way that's more compatible with different stuff, but this was how I could figure out how to do it a year or two ago when I worked on this. All right, did we have all right, so we switch back to this. Continue playing, restart song. I guess we'd have to forfeit song. And then go back from here. No, it's still appearance. This is user experience. This is not user interface, this is appearance. Actually, I might have actually been running that. Just like tweak some other setting. Okay, did we have any other issue? Other than appearance. Okay, I'm not seeing any more errors. Now, we were playing around with some of this stuff. Okay, so we fixed that number. I haven't played anything to evaluate yet. Well, there's this loop. Oh, that went to evaluation. That... Okay. So there's a bug there. Okay, so that one worked. Of course it would be this song. Okay, so that actually went into the queue. Good. Oh, evaluation did work this time. Maybe I wasn't hitting it right. Alright, and then Wiggle works. I didn't check stages. Okay. Oh, I forgot I even had that setting. Slowest. This is more like fastest, but okay. I'm gonna have to look. I have to look into all this stuff because I want to tune that. Live all sample music. Oh. Menu down. Oh. Okay, there's something somewhere funny. Because it wasn't working. And now it does. Evaluation. Okay, that works. Oh. Well, that didn't quite work. There's something a little funny going on. But it's not something I can easily reproduce as of yet. And I don't even use those menus a whole lot, so it's not something I'm going to run across very often either. Well, we've got no more crashes compatibility. up to a point. And I think pretty much everything we fixed was a floor around kind of thing we should have been doing anyway. That's not even a version specific thing. I suppose I should do an input test to see if this will be something I can play later. Maybe that'll be actually. Oh, Input. Okay, that is not detected. Got controller, it's got gamepad, got the joystick. Let's try booting up with it. Oh, can I test? Oh, okay. I guess I did just have to boot with it. Okay, wrong button. Okay, but I can't map it. Or oh wait, I have to do this. If you're want to overwrite your buttons. I used to have the pads that worked that way. And oh. Because just like there's been some noise there. Hmm. Or if that's just how it sends it. Anyway, that was just it'll probably be good for actual use later. So we might be able to use that. There could be appearance changes. What does the base look like? Actually, I guess that menu screen is pretty close to what I was using. Okay, so that has a shorter top and a larger bottom. This is the option screen, which has some description stuff there. Oh, that loading profiles also suggests the larger bottom. Okay, then this is... yeah, pretty close to what I've got. Smaller top area. Yeah, one time I wanted to put it into this kind of menu, but like you have to do custom graphics and coding for every theme. That's kind of... This has the same header footer. Those are really the main screens normally. Well, there's evaluation. So really just reining in the header area a little bit would be the only easy thing we've... I really don't know how to do a better pause menu. I mean, short of like having an I mean, I could diff the pause menus and see if you could do some custom theme support. That was custom. Yeah, so really it's the stage lit. Well, the top stuff was kind of centered to the other screen. It looks like the bottom might be a little bit lower than it used to be for alignment. You have to figure out where to put the stage count. And actually, we would then have use of a little bit more vertical space. Of course, but then it doesn't work with the... Well, no, we have to, that would have to be some condition. I don't know if I want to mess with it that much. Since it's pretty much just me using this, as far as I know. which puts us back into seeing what we can do with selection. Uh, Pause menu. That's all going to be in here. This is mostly going to be for me remembering how this. So right now we have start score and mid score. Just kind of maintain a relationship. Oh, I'm not even sure I could see this before, but it looks like I'm kind of doing the selection variation. I don't remember where I was. Well, I was getting down to some below. How am I using? Because there's a 70. I saw a 72, so it's not like only doing. Then we've got start score, mid score, percent wiggle, stages, slowest speed. Yeah, so really those three right now. Okay, so we do have this as static shape. So I think this is like overall warm up. So we're probably going. All right, one part is the points, one part is. So for the middle part, it's like 0.2 to 0.65 is at 100%. 0.8. I don't know why I broke that. 0.8 to 1 is at 0.8. 0 to 0.2 is possibly a ramp to 0. Oh, this is a ramp 0.6 to 1.0 from 1.0 to. What are the breakpoints? But oh, this is probably like values and control points from beat lines. So it's like a center here going towards these. Relation. We scale the entire thing. Wait, that was shape. Oh, shape is the B-spline of this. Right, so we built this up as function. Nuts, levels. Yeah, so for in that span, we're using that index. Oh, that was set up, and then we do the other. Okay, but that's all giving us a function of x. No, this might be some weighting among the nearby points. Yeah, I got into that math a while ago. It's been a point is we are a function of x. We can rescale that. To be a factor from start to middle. And so that's the scale of our wiggle. Like you are a overall curve magnitude. I'm doing that by the inverse of the percent wiggle. Maybe that's setting oh, I think I'm setting it up so that that's giving us that where the curve where the arrows are. Just use within there. The envelope where we operate, not percent. 0.5 to 1. Now wiggle factor might be an actual curve. Okay, so, oh yeah, because shape was a function. This is the function. That's the sine wave, which might be in one form or another what we can see here, operating within that space. And that is scaled by the amount of wiggle. That's kind of just a and then this is giving us all those different things so we can show them as needed. And this is some stuff I was playing with and didn't use. It's almost where I want to be. All my different. Okay, so I have actual scores outside of little bit. Oh, but this is the base range before it gets wiggled. The wiggle is probably... It must be if we were doing selection by speed, it's that line. I guess that might be idealized target level, but we pick something that's anywhere near there? What are we showing here? There's if current. Yeah, actually, I guess Simply Love wasn't their dark theme, so I did do some color adjustment. Oh, this is... Actually, was that thing provided by Simply Love itself? Oh, that's right. There are like some things we call when we're... Oh, we're toggling the visibility of these things, but we're still updating. Okay, so if we go into Speak Harder and Easier, I don't even have those strings in here, right? Because that was like a preference value. Menu left. Default controls. Dump the flow. Hmm. Nothing here is... Stuff appears when we start tweaking. That looks like... No, not stick. Ah, song list overlay. Set control. Relay line visible. That's how it actually does. Yeah, the arrows I can see being built into that. Yeah, left arrow, right arrow. It's where some of those tick marks only there. Okay. Text, meter bar, and text, and panel artist group, step author. Group backdrop. Left arrow flow range. Oh, if left arrow is visible. Range left, range right. A different left. Oh, its own items. Okay. Left arrow. Score bound. NPS lower bound. That's a different setting. Yes, mark. We'll score. There's an extra mark that shows up when I do this. Uh, Actually, I suppose it's going to have an element. Flow range, I know. Score bound? Oh, maybe that's my absolute limit on the worst score? Which I guess, if seeing if that's relevant, we could look at the selection code. Notes per second upper and lower. Oh, that could actually be a limit on the red, though. And then we're probably multiplying that by something to get to the slower songs. So that's the slowest we will have at mid-range, adjusted by the wiggle. Okay. And then we're bounded by the score on the upper end. Okay, so there's the flow. Finds a bunch of curves. Pick. Pick by bounds, pick by range. Yeah, I keep going through these different. Selection snapshot. Song list. Possible step. Set selection. Play selection for Okay, songs we played recently, like today, this round. Or bound. All right. And bad scores are low. So this is saying our score has to be above the minimum. We're in the NPS range. Now that's actually doing a top check. NPS upper bound, NPS lower bound. Oh, just constant factor. So we kind of remove that. One point I just had a there. If the speed is within range and it's not picked. So we're trying to do something to avoid slow songs at mid-range. And control the maximum difficulty of the actual. That's the maximum, not the minimum difficulty. So what I used to do was just pick a target difficulty and pick anything in a small range there. And I forget what my satisfaction with. Probably keep better notes. Here's what we did, and then here's why I didn't like. So this can very often go easy curve. The curve is just kind of saying what's the worst it. Okay, so we've got by range. Score bound. There's possible steps. So all songs weighted by play count at song. Get all the steps. We scramble the order of those steps. So we'll kind of get some mixed up selection of which one it prefers. Uh, does weight by play count do the. Yeah, so this has a little bit of noise. Song title count. Oh, right. These are if you go and pick a song to be played, it goes to the head of the list. Wait starts off on play count, and then we mix it up. Remembered that pretty much. I was more concerned about, okay, for what order are we picking different difficulties of the same song? It's kind of doing by song and then scrambling up the difficulties, so we take the first one in that scramble that fits the parameters. And oh, these are all of the things we train off of. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Wasn't picked by meter. Bound. So I have my feeling has been kind of been that we're tend to be sitting. I guess it's probably just more songs in that like 6, 7, 8 range, which is really close to where I'm comfortable. So that makes sense. It does feel like we kind of are kind of cruising along and then we spike up. Isn't really all that bad. Get a hard song and get a little bit of a break. It could stay harder for longer. Order came up as such. We're not really controlling the overall pace of. I am including a notes per second factor right now, not a player independent factor. Pretty much have to customize your own personal comfort level. I might be able to use either the training factor or a separate training run just on notes per second to try and figure out where you're at. With you. Max score and minimum don't get to. Oh, well, actually, that does solve the problem. of allowing a high score on a fast song. I just don't have any timing state. The odd 86 is about it. Well, there might be some 90s. Oh, you know what I didn't test? I didn't test normal song exit. Okay, seems to be fine. Oh, I suppose here's something. When I'm not developing, I should probably turn this thing on. All right, so we actually have allowed for the good score on a fast song problem on a hard song. So it looks like the slowest speed is being perturbed by the wiggle. There's always going to be some variation there. And that might be partly what's occasionally pushing us into the slightly harder one, cutting out some of the common range. Oh, do you have anything else besides this that I wanted to play around with? Oh, actually, yeah, too many settings. This actually kind of covers some of the dissatisfaction stuff. Okay, so this is what we were doing. Don't want too many slow songs, which is why we've got minimum speed. We took this out and just kind of put a dummy value there. Want to exclude faster songs that we do well at. There's no high score limit. Low and mid score limits. So that is, well, they're not directly accessible. We can just kind of do them by factor. And I might still have a thing where I'm adjusting that proportional to where you are. So like right now I'm early on, so it's going to adjust the early on part more. Although it's still adjusting this a bit. Well, that's a little fidgety. Both score and notes per second. So that's our arc. And we've still got wiggle in there. And I was wondering if I should have just something to occasionally break the parameters, on like a once a session basis. So really, I need to better describe what my problem is. Right now, it feels like we're kind of doing this flat-ish thing. Some occasional big spikes. And like if I feel it's too slow, I can just slow a speed. You're kind of forgotten about. Oh, amount of wiggle. Let's see, I was thinking that too much wiggle was making things sometimes get too easy. That ends up actually being pretty extreme. That gives us a lot of range on this. Maybe what I need to do is a little more wiggle and then kind of raise the. This is actually what kind of raises the baseline. But, and this is more about the score ceiling, which kind of in a range we can get some crazy songs. I forget where I actually started out today. Well, actually, this would have been stored in the local preferences. Kind of reset everything to default. Uh, the other part of the problem is communicating how all this works. So I show the settings. I don't. I suppose there could be an additional like help area at the right. So that's set up. Got some 80s, a couple of 60s. You're doing upper limit. So really, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. This is not having a very big effect. What we're defining is not targets, but limit. All right, so we can get more definite shapes. Like when I did targets, you could kind of see like some sawtooths and things. The lack of shape in this is the fact that we don't really. And some songs probably like couldn't. Potentially hard, so I might have to do something to do better selection within the allowed range. It's not like you can define. There's actually two different scales that I'm overlaying, and there involves some fudgery in the notes per second part of it. Just kind of using numbers that work for me. You can't even necessarily show these things as a range. It's just two arbitrary scales that happen to sort of line up a lot. But there's no reason that the score limit couldn't be on the other side of the notes per second limit. I mean, either just by player preference. And like maybe uh did I put it into a zero song state, causing it to just exit? No. Unless I. Okay, so there were 4 songs that met that. Oh no, I'm in wiggle mode. Okay. Yeah, so if you do, there are not many songs that have a certain speed of notes per second, and that I also do really, really good at. Because the 80s are like my limit. I think there may have been a point where I was showing the limits at all times, but it just becomes really noisy. Oh, so this is actually a hard. Well, there's no like ones. I think my main complaint right now might be this sort of middling effect. I guess the other thing is that my selection is not allowing a lot of slow songs. Don't allow any song. Yeah, so now it's just allowing ones to show up whenever. And then with variation, that can get to like 0.8. Be a good workout, I do need to have mostly fast-ish songs. Which tend to have more complicated steps with them. Well, there's just a lot of notes that have to be going on there. The curves don't matter as much anymore because they're just doing limits. This is largely determined by the other stuff. We don't have a good solution for the all the muted songs. I don't know if that's anywhere in the Moondance pipeline. I guess at the code level, one of the ideas I had was that we'll try to ship something okay, and maybe it could even be something super simple because I got kind of a complicated one now. And then try and leave room. I mean, the curves are just a function. But I would need to set it up where it would just like add a file that had override. And I know in the pref, metrics.ini. That's the screen. Theme info. There's a bunch of other things you could do. Maybe it's metrics. Oh, here's something. Yeah, Moondance is saying that command is appreciated. Probably song list item I could see. Yeah, so I need to figure out how that whole process works and if it can be replaced. Other thing. So this is a slightly more constrained thing. So this is like set size XY. So do we have evidence of like init? Okay, init command is a function. So it's command specifically. There's always a little bit of a weird thing. So these would have to be turned into functions that call set size XY. Assuming that those are functions we can actually call. Oh, and you know what? Your this init command was like defining methods. Right, well, function self. And is it end? And you were defined in there, so this is actually still in the list. So in theory, this is probably self set size. That's gonna be one of our backdrops. Run tab. Oh, I must have toggled slow mode. Yes, yeah, slow mode. Okay, the backgrounds are still there. Zero, zero. Negative flow width. Minus 30. Other background is still there. Visible false set text. Bitmap text. Okay. This is up arrow, probably for some setting stuff. Which I would guess would be stages. Up. Okay, so set text does not use, or I misspelled. Ah, okay, so first of all, semicolon. Sort of like double again. Oop, I didn't do that. And you're going to be exactly the same except down. Right, command. And we've got left and right, which they don't have the zoom though. Yeah, you know what? I think during dev there's something I tweak with on occasion for that minimum training time. Minimum iteration, maximum iteration, minimum iterations per stage. Still did something. Okay. Okay, so you're all the little different arrows. With different locations, so they have different names. And they have different positions. Oh no, you're Google. Once we get this set, won't be. Going to be left, lowest, false, menu left. Right, slowest. Menu right. Yes, we got this. I guess the little ones that we're really concerned. It doesn't have arrows. I mean, bounce doesn't really matter. The dev screen. Okay, so too many of them. So you want backdrop. This might be half. Self XY. All right, let's. We still see a square there. On command. Now, is that on command or we received an on? or the commands named on, or any commands. Okay, still looked black to me, although I that thing down. Right when we wanted to look at it. Visible true. There's some other actor. Okay, so that okay. Oh, then the data points, which I need them to exist. Okay, you are a full-on. No, you're already a full-on function for whatever reason. Play command set. Set command. Play command is a regular function. We can do that. On command, current song changed message command. All right, so you are banner. And song list. Your song. Your banner sprite. Oh, that's this banner sprite. Okay, now I know what we're looking at. Oh, I must have done that in direction. Couldn't you just call a function though? Or is this a timing thing? Oh, I don't really have like um that changed the size or did something else change? I haven't been paying close attention. Okay, this might just that looks a little squished. But that might be this particular graphic. Nope, nope, I need one more. But then that's like a I want to copy that. Like, does it matter that we're doing command indirection there? Oh, set command is also used with a cell. Song change. If cell and cells has maybe it's set that banner sprite play command set with cell. So that's because we need to sort of asynchronously communicate that thing on the render loop. I don't think these things actually need to go through that indirection. Oh, apparently do. Call a nil value. So what we got out of that is that these things could be called on nil. Also got a notation problem there. That makes sense. Maybe they're not supposed to be object sensitive? The set command receives. Okay, so it's not that one. Or hmm. Had a stack there. I guess current song changed message could be a system thing. So apparently this thing is like registered as a handler for itself exist and commands have some protection against that. Oh, a nil value. Looks like it should be just a function, but there was something funny going on here. Song list. All right, I think we're done with that box now. Got a list. No, not visible. Oh, you're false. Overlay setting, overlay line. Probably, oop. Wait, what did that start? Just started. All right, and then you've got some extra stuff going on. Visible. -20, 0. And you left. And then right arrow. Which is 20. You right. Command. Model x-axis, model y-axis. We're gonna need this again now. The data might have been my, might have actually been something else. That might have been my debug visual. Self. That text. Okay, we still got next axis label. Model y-axis label. Double true. Screen width times 0.015. And 0. Self. Station Z. 70. Estimated score. Training help text. Oh. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's the stuff that gets mapped in the metrics file. Oh yeah, screen.string. Oh, and you also got a self. Visible false. So on this screen, that should be that text, because that is not the training text. We break that elsewhere? That is already broken. And I know I saw that earlier. Is that because we're not in the required training period? Yep, it's not. It's only warm-up training that does that. Okay, that should be fine. These are all the same. Ish. Default help text. Default help text. Should be there. Critical stages help text. Critical stages help text. Slowest speed help text. The speed help text. False. Special help text. False. Command not found. We had our... Oh, no, we didn't have quick exit. I guess I could still be the pause menu. Point dot lua. Because that's apparently how I have to do that. Okay, we still got data. Notes. Apparently had some command in here. Actor multi. So this is now a bad example. What is that mode? No expand tab. Well, I guess I could probably arrange to that here a bit. Didn't even see this as loop. So that's a little change. You're just turning away. I don't know if there's anything else. We were just looking at. All right, I do have preview music off while. At some point, maybe refactoring to try and make it easier to plug in a custom function. But I also don't really have anybody that wants to do. So maybe we just switch. See how average mode works out. And if there's anything else I need. And that's also, that's not saying fail at end. Is that what that showed up as? I thought I had switched it to fail off. Stats panel. Well, second. Some other stuff to look at. But I was looking at. Used to be fail off, and that might just be a difference. Language. That'd be like. Your experience? Oh. You're about to drop below. Well, I don't fail. The instructions. Oh, you can actually tweak the. Or that is not. Looking for. System settings? Any settings. Immediate stops play. End of song causes pass fail. Oh, so you just don't fail. Actually, yes, I want to score. Fail doesn't even give you a score. Life bar is full. Why? Not that I care about the life bar, but I don't remember where I had judge difficulty. I think because it's off, I didn't really care. Qualified. Fortunately, I can't like go in and out of the series because it's a series. The rest of that stuff we could probably look at while playing. Oh, I do have to change screen profile though. This should be fine with the original. I guess I could try this sometime before. And then full screen we can toggle with. I'm pretty sure we can toggle. There. Yep. Does cause the little screen reset though. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to switch over to playing a little early. Well, I guess I normally get caught up on something. Today I started early and I don't have an obvious way to fix selection, so I'll just have to try and better crystallize what I'm not completely. I am going to break stream to change some stream settings. Since this is actually Stepmania, it might be more of interest to anybody watching than normal programming switchover. But I will be not doing any more coding. I will get the dance pad lined up and do that. But I do want to change to a higher frame rate. I have this tuned for high resolution for the code, for a little code text stuff. And then I will be back in a little bit. Let's see. Normally I just kind of do stream outro. Stop is fine. Oh, I thought I went out of full screen. Windowed. Oh, it realigned itself. So I can't. No? Windowed. Are you a window or are you not a window? Okay, so that no longer works. Full screen, borderless windowed. Maybe I just can't tell. Nope, okay, well that wasn't. You just can't tell the difference? Display mode. Windowed. So that would be full screen type. Okay, so that's... That's smaller. It's still kind of full screen-ish. That's whether it's kind of full screen. So, can I not switch out of full screen mode? Is that what's going on? That seems to be what's going on. Okay, well, I mostly want... Well, I'd basically have to set to windowed mode and restart, I think. Oh wait, that got left in monitor mode. Oh, okay, that switched monitors. And I was very confused. Oh, it's very, very confused. I wonder if I've borked it now. Oh, it's so confused. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find the preferences file. We save. Assuming it's preferences. Oop. Add that open. Full screen is borderless window. Good. Windowed. Okay, so first of all, I think this is our big problem here. And then it tried to do some weird stuff with the screen resolution. Wait. Oh, it must have done this because it was... Because it was like... There's a thing for how you control stats. So let's exit that again. See if we can get a window replacement. All right, so it's on windowed, so hopefully it won't be trying to... Right, because it must be because I like touched the other monitor and it turned off, and then I was thinking that was the primary monitor. Borderless window. Okay, so that's about what we had before. We can... Nope. And it won't switch out. Well, that's windowed true, so I guess it didn't save that. I think. Well, it started up on the right monitor. So that's going to be some... This is why it's beta. Alpha, whichever it is. Gonna be some fine-tuning there. fact, okay, don't seem to be able to. Uh, at runtime, we can restarting is fine. Let's see. Is there anything else on that? Uh, that's also why. So that would be a vertical monitor. Okay. So that is known. And then I need to change all my settings a little bit.